Hey guys, and today I am in my crappy little kitchen and I wanted to talk to you guys about the importance of cleaning your pots before you reuse them for new plants, because it's so easy to transmit diseases or fungal issues or anything to new seedlings, which can kill them before you even get started. So let's take a look at how to clean them up so you don't run into any issues. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. I am Kiri and I'm just a city girl who wishes she was a country girl who is currently living in the burbs. And on this channel we talk about all things micro homesteading, about growing indoors and outdoors, and just generally about becoming more self-sufficient. So if that is your thing or you want it to be your thing, then so go ahead and hit the subscribe and the notification bell so you will know when I post videos in the future. So let's get to cleaning up some old pots so we can reuse them and save some money. I know I've ranted and raved about these Floraflex pots and I do love them. And they are brand new. This is my first time using them this year, but they've already had one lot of seedlings in them. So before I just run downstairs and start planting new things, which is always the temptation, I need to actually give them a clean to make sure that I'm not introducing anything that may have been on them because they were outside because I hardened off these seedlings. So I have to make sure that they're clean and sterile again. We don't want any sort of reoccurrence of the whole thrips fiasco that I'm still dealing with. A video on that is coming very soon. So we need to make sure that we've removed any pests, any bacteria, any fungus, any mold, anything that could be detrimental to our seedlings. So it's pretty easy to do. And oh, just so you know, hosing off your stuff outside does not count as cleaning them. No, that doesn't count. You need to actually clean them and disinfect them. So that is what I'm going to walk you guys through today. And let's get started. So I got some gloves because we're going to be using bleach. So there are other ways that you can disinfect. I talk about it in my AeroGarden cleaning video. I will link that above, where I talk about the two methods, either using bleach or using cleaning vinegar to sterilize. For this video, I am going to be using bleach just because I'm dealing with pots that are going outside and coming potentially back inside. I am going the bleach route rather than the vinegar. When I'm cleaning the AeroGarden, because that stays inside all the time, while there can be bacteria and stuff that get in there, I just feel that there's less chance than something that's gone outside where absolutely everything could be there. So that's why I'm choosing to use the bleach for this. I will put in the description the proportions that I use for the vinegar and water when I'm cleaning the AeroGarden, and that would be another option for you. But personally, I go the bleach route when it's anything that's gone outside. So that's what we're going to be doing today, thus the gloves. I feel like I'm preparing for a surgical procedure. So gloves are on, and what we're going to want to do is we want to achieve basically 600 parts per million, or ppm, of chlorine within the water. That's going to help disinfect all of our pots. So the way that we're going to achieve that is pretty much to get to about 2 tablespoons of bleach per gallon. So I don't have any gallon jugs, so I had to Google how many cups are in a gallon, and the answer is 16. So for every 16 cups of water, I'm going to put in this giant tote, because that's the only thing my trays would fit in. I'm going to put 2 tablespoons of bleach. Now, because this is the first time that I've used these, and they haven't been outside very long, they're still like pretty clean. There's not a lot of dirt and debris, but the first thing you should do before you start actually soaking them in the solution is to brush off any of the extra dirt and grime that's on them, or you could use like a toothbrush just to go in and brush off any of the dirt that's on them. You could start by hosing them down outside to get any dirt and debris off. As long as you don't consider that done, you're good. So basically get off any of the dirt so you're not just introducing it inside, and you can just keep it outside. And once that is done, you're going to want to put them into your container. A 5-gallon bucket would work great for this. And then if you're doing a 5-gallon bucket, you're pretty much going to put in about a half a cup of bleach. You can also put in some dish soap if you want. My containers would not fit in a 5-gallon bucket, thus the giganto tote that I'm going to use. But if you can use a 5-gallon bucket, it's a lot easier, because now I'm going to have to figure out exactly how much I need. So I'm going to take this and get it into my tote, and then we will start putting in the solution. Okay, so there's the giant tote. And then, if we're lucky, yes, that fits in there. I'm actually going to put that like that. So that's all in there. And then I have my bleach. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is figure out how much water I need first, and then I'll add in the applicable amount of bleach. So start counting here. Okay, so I'm at my 5 gallons. I have my little plastic tablespoon measure, so half a cup would be 8 of these. So I'm just gonna measure that out. And then we will do a squirt of dish soap as well, for good measure, if there's any left. You don't have to put the dish soap in, it's up to you. That's pretty much empty. I have a J-cloth and I have my toothbrush, and I'm just gonna go ahead and scrub everything down. Then for the outside, it's just easier for me to use the J-cloth. The toothbrush is great for getting in all the nooks and crannies. And then we can just give everything a good scrub. It's very important that you're cleaning every nook and cranny in your pots and any of the containers or anything. So that's scrubbing inside, outside, underneath, the entire thing. And we are gonna leave it to sit in the solution, but you still need to give it a really good scrubbing first. I'm sure there will be people that would say, I've never done this, I've never had any issue. And it's one of those things that maybe you've been lucky up to this point, or maybe you just don't have a lot of pests in your area, but it's all good until it's not. This doesn't take a huge amount of time, so for me it's something that I find that I think you should do, and if anybody asks me, I would always recommend it. But as always, you do you. I'd love to know how you clean your pots as well. Do you use apple cider vinegar? Do you use bleach? Do you not clean them at all? Let me know down in the comments. And then other people can get different ideas as well. And because this whole point of this is sharing information, so that when you're watching these videos or reading down in the comments, you have the information you need to make the decisions that are good for you and your garden. So we will just leave this in the water to sit for about 10 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes. You could probably leave it to sit longer if you wanted, but yeah, so I'm just going to leave mine to sit for about 10 minutes, and then we will come back and rinse it all off. So I'm going to set a timer for 15 minutes and go drink some coffee. Okay, so the 15 minutes is up, so I'm just going to go ahead and dump the water, and then I'm going to refill the bucket with clean water so I can give it a good rinse. The rinsing is really important for getting off any of that bleach solution. We don't want it in there when we're planting seedlings, so it's really important to do the rinse, so don't skip this step. Hey guys, so that's it. That's all you need to do to sterilize and clean out your pots before you reuse them. Mine is done soaking, so I'm just going to take it out and leave it to dry, and then once it's dry, it's back to planting. Hopefully you found that helpful. If you did, give it a thumbs up because YouTube loves that, and then it helps me reach more people. So that's it. So until next time, don't forget to enjoy the little things and go out there and make food grow. Bye guys.